Is it working? We send the stream to you guys. I don't know if this is working well. Just checking, see if it's on my YouTube. Howdy and aloha, everybody. I don't know if anybody's on here, but I'm now streaming from West Virginia with my new partner in crime, Stevie with Red Economics. And tonight, hopefully, if this terrible internet connection, I mean, this is my speeds. What was it I sent? It's freaking terrible. I'm just telling Chad I'm on right now. Yeah, my speeds here are at mega. Well, it's 3.47 megabytes per second. That's it. And then it's 0.44, not 44 megabytes per second upload speed. So I went directly through here, which I think is better. I'm just going directly through the YouTube instead of going through Restreamo, which would screw it all up. But I don't know if I'm on, so I'm just going to type in howdy and aloha, everybody. I don't know if you guys caught our show last night. We were fucking hammered. It was fucking awesome. And I was just such a pest, and I want to apologize to everybody for that because I was such a pest. And but she's fantastic. Okay, so some things we missed. Now, I know that we were talking yesterday about. Oh, I have this. This is what this article that came in. Let me just check something here. This article. See, if I go through Zoom, it's going to suck. Plus, I changed my credit card. Got a bank over here and some other stuff, so I didn't pay it. Forgot, whatever. But I'll have my Zoom up soon for more people to come on, and I apologize for that. But you can come in the chat. But I was looking at. This is going to take up some space if I open up this Facebook. But I got to go to this. I've got to go to this. Oh my God, this is taking forever. And it's crazy because, I mean, this is how people used to operate with phone lines a while back. It was terrible. You guys remember that sound? It's like the phone sound or whatever the fuck it was. It was terrible, and it was so slow. That's kind of the speed that we're at now with what they have here. So I'm going to fix and work on that immediately. But this article, okay, was talking about, I've got some good stuff in here anyway. Stevie didn't put it public yet because she thought she looked crappy and said stupid things. Just encourage her if you can to put that up because I think it's hilarious. I'm just a doofus. I am such a doofus. I'm a dork. Anyway, whatever. But I think it's just kind of funny just watching it. All right, so yeah, here it is right here. The article is about 20 states that raised the minimum wage recently. It just happened. So, God, where did I put that? Come on now. Discipline for a big war. Oh, God, dude. Remove tag. just got to get out of Tony Smith's crap. He means well. He's just doing it the wrong way. Oh my God. Anyway, so 20 states out there. We're going to be talking about Ventura-thon as well, by the way. Howdy and aloha, James. Want to talk? We talk about using our voices and our ideas. And what we usually do here is we talk to people from all over the country. Sometimes I bring them on the show. They're usually in the chat. But basically, I'm just trying to fix the planet and all of its inhabitants. And I believe I know exactly how to do it instead of being crazy and starting a revolution and getting people killed, which some people want out there, which I don't blame them. But we've got to at least try a green in the House. We've got to try a green in the House of Representatives in Congress in D.C. You've got to put one in there. Just one. Anyway, that's not, but it'll bring some attention to the things that need to be done. Okay, so the salaries in some of these states. So I wrote, let's just tell you. I'm just going to see what the states were. Minimum wage. Like if you go online, you can go to a link. And I'll put this link in here. I'll just put it like right here. Pay Wizard. Oh, wait, down here. Okay. And it'll show you all the states and what the minimum wages are, which I think is really crazy. Hey, Snork. I know, right? Good morning. Dude, we got up early this morning, which is so stupid. I was just 50 sheets to the wind. And then she got called in to go to work. She's at work right now. I'm like, oh my God. I feel so. I said, you know what? Give me that stupid uniform. I'm going in for you. We couldn't do that. Plus, she's far better looking than I'll ever be. Howdy, aloha, Chad. State of Sir Chad. All right, so the articles, I just put it there. So that's where you look to see what all the, but then there's also one here for the salaries for the members of Congress. I'm going to put also in here as well, which I think is important. The reason why I'm posting these things is because there are some states. Let's look. Oh, wait. Sorry, wrong one. So Alabama does not have a federal minimum wage. Nothing. They can pay you as little as they want or as much as they want. But they usually pay as little as they want. It just depends. If you're an idiot and you're doing idiot work, they're going to pay you $6 an hour. Period. Sadly, Arizona's okay at $10.50. I do know that California is at 11. Arkansas, I'm just going to go down and say it. So Alabama, none. Alaska, $9.84. Arizona, $10.50. Arkansas, $8.50. California, $11. Colorado, $10.20. Connecticut, $10.10. Delaware, $8.25. District of Columbia, $11.50. Florida, $8.25. Georgia, $5.15. Applicable to employers with 6 or more employees. Less than 6, then there is no minimum wage. If you fucking live in Georgia, I'm gonna say right now, it's insane. I mean, for fuck's sakes, how do you live? That's insane. Hawaii is 10.10, which is idiotic. Hawaii should be at with the rates that are here now, it should be at least $12.50 because the prices are. That's why they got so many homeless people. This is the result of homeless people piling up forever. Okay, but the last time, okay, let me just go down. Illinois, Georgia, okay, $5.15, Hawaii $10.10, Idaho $7.25, Illinois $8.25, Indiana $7.25, Iowa $7.25, Iowa, yeah, shitty. Kansas $7.25, Kentucky $7.25. That's the federal minimum. That's the federal minimum. Louisiana, they can pay you whatever they fucking want. Whatever they fucking want. Maine 10, Maryland $8.75, Massachusetts at 11. Okay, Bernie Sanders state, of course. Michigan $9.25, Minnesota $9.65, Missouri $7.70, $8.15, Montana, Nebraska $9. Nevada is $8.25 to $7.25, which is really amazing to me. You know, right next to California, just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. $7.25 New Hampshire, New Jersey $8.60, New Mexico $7.50, New York $10.40. Why 40? You know, if a 50-cent margin isn't shit, so a 10-cent margin is stupid. It just fucking makes no sense. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading this stuff. I don't see the comments yet. Jordan, like, yeah. Yo, Mana, what's up, dude? What's up? Need to save the planet? Jesse Ventura for prez. That's right, brother. Absolutely. 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 Hey, I've never really streamed on YouTube by itself, and the only reason why I'm doing it on YouTube by itself is because where do I find the stream? The code for it. Hold on. Participants, pop out, chat, no. Toggle timestamps, no. Just go to my thing. Can somebody grab my link and put it here so I can put it on my Facebook and on Twitter? Or you can just do it for me if you want, if you don't mind. But I just don't want to. Or is this it right here? The one that's. I wonder if this is it. All right. I'll find, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm a lazy ass. Okay. But, oh my God, I think I've gained like 20 pounds here, guys. These people, it's what they eat. What they eat. The smile in your face. Gonna leave your face. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. All right. Yeah, that's what we're executive legislators and judiciaries nowadays, Democrats and Republicans, they're all a bunch of backstabbers. Totally. So there's New York, 1040, North Carolina, 725, North Dakota, 725, Ohio, 830, Oklahoma, 725, Oregon, 950, 975, Pennsylvania, 725, Rhode Island, 1010, no, South Carolina, nothing. Pay you whatever the fuck they want. So if you live in Georgia, South Carolina, or Alabama, right, you're a fucking moron. Or if you live in Tennessee as well. That's crazy. Or what was that one place that had 550? God, that was so terrible. That was just who the how, yeah, Georgia. Yeah, none. Hold on. Louisiana, terrible. Mississippi, none. Missouri, Montana, Nebraska. Okay. Mississippi, none. Missouri's at 750, Montana, New Mexico, 750, New York, 1050, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, 725, Rhode Island, 1010, South Carolina, none. North Dakota, 850, Tennessee, none. Fuck. That is just sickening. Utah, 725, Vermont, 1050. Oh, yeah, just the Bernie Sanders state. Virginia, 725, Washington, 1150. Virginia, 875, Wisconsin, 725, Wyoming, 550. Now, Wyoming sucks too. Very bad. American Samoa, Guam, North Mariana Island, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands. These are the territorial minimum wages. Now, here's Congress. I wish I could show this to you guys. I can't. Or can I? Can I post this on my live stream? Can I put stuff up? No. But I'm going to tell you, The minimum wage has not been moved since 2009. You know, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. Yes, meanwhile, upstate for sure. Meanwhile, fucking production is through the roof, through the roof, and the inequality is just insane. I mean, this is what boggles my mind. The margin, the differences, right? So hopefully I'm doing this right. From your in the trenches worker to your executives and CEOs and the corporate elite, that the level, the space of inequality between them is just insane. It used to be, you made like $5 or $6 more, or you made like $20 more. Now it's your CEOs and all these people like in these big management positions. And I'm not talking about managers of a store. They still don't make dick. From grocery stores, of Walmarts, they don't make anything. Manager used to mean that you were making money and you were taking care of yourself and your family. You were making money. Now manager is like 50-cent raise, dollar raise. Oh, guess what? You're going to get that 50-cent raise now that you made manager here at fucking some drive-through place, It's just fucking ridiculous. So this is what the members of Congress, let me tell you how they've been of their pay, okay? So in 1789, they made $6 per day. Let's just fast forward. 1858, they made $3,000 a month. A year, 3,000, which back then was a shit ton of money. And then in 1925, they made $7,500 a year, right? And then they created these positions, which is really weird. So in 1985, they created this. Everybody used to get paid the same. The Speaker of the House got paid the same as the majority and the majority leaders, and the President pro tempore. Okay, whatever that is. So in 1985, that changed, or something changed, all the way from 1985, and then 2000 came. When 2000 came, they were making the House, the members of Congress in the House was making $141,300. Speaker of the House got a boost, $181,400. And then the majority leaders made $156,990. Now they've been giving themselves a raise. $145,000, 2001, 2002, another boost, $150,000. It's not just like a few $100s. It's thousands of dollars. They went from 2000 to 2001. They went from $141,300 to $145,100. So over $4,000 boost. Oh, let me give you a 50-cent raise there in the drive-through, since you're doing fucking drive-through with the headset on and people slamming into you every 40 seconds, pushing out food. But you know what? We're in Congress, so we're just going to vote ourselves a fucking raise of $4,000 plus. And then 2002, they raised another $5,000 or $4,900. And then they gave themselves another $4,000 or $5,000 raise in 2003. They did it again, about a $3,000. These are all increments of $3,000 to $4,000 a year. 2004, another boost. 162,000, 165,000, 2006, 2007, I mean, look at this. 2009, This is a good boost right here. 169,000 to 174,000, 2009. Now, this is what started happening, which people they need to realize. So Speaker of the House was making a shit ton of money. So now you're Speaker of the House, you get $217,400, 2008. You know, these fucking assholes, both of them, Dumbocrats and Republicans, you've got to understand this. They don't fucking care about you. They don't fucking care. I mean, I don't see the thing about the Democrats. It's always pissed me off, guys. Let me read here what's going on. What's up, dude? Love the show, bro. Hey, Jordan. Click streaming, Steve Chad. New York State minimum wage just by zone, $15 now. Oh, hours $7.50. Hey, Jonathan. I think it's South Carolina. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, meanwhile, production just through the roof, of course. I wouldn't mind their pay if they weren't so corrupt. No, I mind their pay because they're not doing anything for us. I mean, yeah, I know you're with me on this, Upstate, but it's real simple. They're not doing anything for us. They're not doing dick. They've promised us health care. They've never given it to us. They promised us since 2009 a higher minimum wage. They haven't raised it since 2009. Nothing's moved. The way production, the way we've been moving as a country, it should have been raised. It should be at over $20 an hour at the rate it was going. It should have been. But now they're making $174,000 a year. The Speaker of the House makes $223,000, and the President of the United States $450,000 a year. Well, this one doesn't. He's got a lot of money already, and after he's done fucking up the country, along with the help of the two-party oligarchy, he'll be fine. He'll be fine, unless somebody fucking shoots him. Which, if he's not doing what they want, and when I say they, and people say they and they and they. All right, here it is. They are the corporate elite. They are the 1%. They are the people that control. Those are the people that run the G20, G7, Bilderberg. These are the people that go into these buildings and talk to these people and make shit happen for them. They tell all of these. Let's see if I can get this a little better here. Yeah, I think that's better, just like that. Yeah, bed's a mess, whatever. She's probably going to be mad that she's saying that. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. But anyway, the thing is those individuals out there, those people that are so corrupted, they're so greedy, and they're living on yachts, and they're living and they have money they can wipe their ass with. I mean, they could take a fucking C note, $100 bill, and they can just wipe their ass with it for the rest of their lives. You know, the Jeff Bezos out there. You know, the Bill Gates is out there. The fucking the Walmarts, the Waltons. You know, fuck, and they don't give a shit. That's the sad part, is they just don't care about people. You know, they just don't care. How am I going to get that to do that? Anyway, once Jesse Ventura sees, he knows all this. He knows all the numbers. He knows what's going on. He's not an idiot. Yes, at least $23. Yeah, for sure, Storm, for sure. But this is what Jesse Ventura brings to the table. He's going to point this out. He's going to take, I mean, if he were to watch my show, he would destroy the fucking, I mean, just take notes, bro. I mean, just take notes. And that's what the show is about, is we want to point out all these facts. This is information that I'm gathering and I'm projecting that's factual. This is information that if you look at it, it's sad. So the Democrats and the Republicans, and I'm talking about the legislators, the judiciaries, and the executives. I'm not talking about the voting republic, because those people are just being manipulated. The propaganda, the hyperbolic narratives and talking points, and scaring you with war and turning it into either positive drama or negative drama or whatever, however they want to fucking throw it out there for you. You know, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, PBS now, sadly, because they're owned by the fucking Koch brothers. BBC, and even Al Jazeera, and this one news network thing. But anyway, all the mainstream media and everything, Washington Post, New York Times, LA Times, and they all throw this crap out there. When you can just look it up yourself. Sad. I mean, the last time the minimum wage was raised was 2009. That's 10 years ago. Tell me that just is, it's just so wrong. And I know that fucking Jesse would point that out. He'll bring, I mean, he brought up alien stuff and 51 something. Look, I'm not going to say we've never had contact. I'm not going to say we have had contact. I don't know, but I think we want to know. I think we're in that time where, like the Green Party, they want everything fully transparent. They want you to know what's going on. They want to make sure it's ESPN, not ESPN, but C-SPAN doesn't provide enough. It doesn't do enough. It doesn't give you the information. It gives you arguments. It gives you arguments on why people want this and other people want that. But it doesn't really show what's really. I just showed you what's happening with the minimum wage. I just showed you exactly what's happening. This is something that Rachel Maddow will never touch because she makes fucking, $30,000 a day. Yay. Anyway, this is stuff that I look, guys, I've done the research. I've chickadee checked myself before I've wrecked myself. I have done a lot of checking and referencing and to find out what is needed. And we've got to have a guy like Jesse or somebody that is similar to Jesse that has the notoriety and the fan base and that can hold the mainstream media by the freaking gonads and say, it's time for you to start paying attention. It's time for you to start paying attention to us. Because I think we're important. I know you're super important. You're amazingly important. I mean, we all have purpose. I have purpose. I think my purpose is that when I am speaking or I'm talking, hopefully I'm conveying myself properly. That's making sense. I'm not talking about lizard people or aliens flying around. That would be exciting. But what I'm talking about is the simple steps that it takes for us to get out of the hole that we're in. And we're in a bad hole. We're in a soup. People don't even realize it. We're, Armageddon, the Four Horsemen, and the apocalypse, and all this has been, this all comes from the biblical arena or the atmosphere or that society in a sense. But when it comes right down to it, over time, people have thought that this coming year, Y2K or something, we're going to die, things going to blow up, blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. It's not like that. What it's really like, to be honest with you, what it's really like, and this is the truth. You've had apocalyptic things happen to certain segments of people in the past in various areas all over the world, going back, hundreds, thousands of years, who knows. You can look it up. And there's been those moments, but we are at the precipice, and I've always said, just like in the movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still was a remake from a 1940s movie where this guy, Kamutu or Keanu Reeves, who didn't do a bad job because he's just playing some kind of zombied out alien, so he didn't have to do a lot of crazy acting. Just kind of, he came with his little spheres and he was going to take out the world because the world was just destroying itself. And they weren't going to allow it. So we are at the precipice. I think we're at that point where there's so much pollution, there's so much junk, there's so much crap. Hey, Forsaken, how are you? Good seeing you again, by the way. The 1950s. Thank you. Yeah, it was the 1950s. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me get to the point, because sometimes I ramble. When you have over a long span of time, terrible things happening in the world, and then at some point you finally get a hold of what's really going on, we have all the information we need. We have every bit of information that we need to tell us what's really going on. And they're still kind of missing it a little bit, because climate change is for real. It is truly becoming a domino effect, and it's actually compiling or excessively getting better, worse as time is going by. So it's getting worse faster than we thought it would, just kind of mildly go by through the years. It's compounding, basically. It's basically compounding. So we're going to have more and frequent, crazier natural events with our atmosphere, because of the water that's warming up. I mean, what is that called? El Cinco, El Nino. El Nino is this body in the Pacific of southern part of the Pacific Ocean, off of Mexico, that would get really furious, because the waters would get warm, and this was a cycle that happened every 8 to 10 years. Now we're doing it like every other year. And soon it's going to be every year. So just to let you know, we had record temperatures in California. Oh, I didn't. I'm not there anymore. But we've had record temperatures all over the place. Some anomalies, some crazy weather. And it's not because we're coming into the ice age. It's not because the earth is fucking flat. It's because of the industrial age and man's disgusting and horrific footprint he's put on this fucking planet. Carbon monoxide levels have increased dramatically. The rays of the sun are more fierce now. They're more fierce than they used to be. Let me see. Hey, James. Oh, that's me. Okay. From Columbia West to Central Pacific. Exactly. Yes, sir. That's correct. Thank you. We're at that time. It's coming. So we have to take what has been said by many scientists is that we have to take drastic measures now. Like, stop it all. Stop it all. Stop the carbon. Stop the coal. Stop the coal. Stop the gas. Fossil fuels. Just make ourselves just complete. And if we don't start to do that, the planet, we're just. It's not like an overnight apocalypse, okay, and it's not like a flood of Noah's Ark of raining for 30 days and 30 nights, or 40 days and 40 nights, or whatever. It's like a slow death. It's a slow death. Jesse Ventura knows that. He knows that. And my show tonight is definitely, I hope he's listening. I like that he has followers following him regarding aliens, and lizard, whatever the fuck it is, he thinks he's going to get people to watch the show on. But what he needs to do is start turning it towards what needs to, because everybody knows that climate change and global warming and fossil fuels and solar is boring. It just doesn't get the hits. It just doesn't get the views. It doesn't get the likes. That's where we're at. That's just the sad part of where Jimmy Dore is at. He's not going to talk about Green Party people, because it's not what people want to talk about. He doesn't Jimmy Dore, Ron Pacone, Graham, they get it. The Green Party is fucking in disarray. The National Party has the 10 key values, which you guys should look up. But in other states, they're all fucking different. Every state's different. I mean, I like the independence of things, but at some point, you've got to have some kind of unification. You know, you've got to have people that are held accountable for what they're doing to the party. Are they bringing people in? Are they finding ways to bring people in? A lot of them have probably tried their hardest to contact Jesse Ventura to tell him not to run. You asshole, you crazy, don't you fucking even think of it, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure he's gotten those emails. I'm sure he's gotten that information. But there's a ton of us now that really believe that this is the guy that can bring the attention to the party, for one. For two, he'll bring attention to the media of what I'm talking about. That's huge. We need to talk about the things that need to be talked about. Minimum wage. Okay? Climate change. Constantly. And the facts about that. And what's really happening with it. You know, getting money out of politics. Citizens United. Stevie brought that up last night. I said, what's the one thing you want? She said, money out of politics. And I said, fuck yeah. Because that should be the number one thing that all of us are talking about. And the Democrats aren't talking about it. They might mention it, but they're not talking about it. And they've never done anything to do anything about it. That should be, that they should actually strike out in front of their own facility in Congress, you know, walking around it with a picket saying, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. You know, and just going around the federal building there. So I think you guys, I think what I'm really getting to is, I think Jesse Ventura is going to bring, and I hope you're listening, Jesse. I hope you're paying attention, because there's a lot of things going on. Minimum wage, healthcare. I mean, fuck. How many times have we brought up healthcare, everybody? Rosenfield, Ted, what's up? Rosenfield, Ventura is great for interviewing Greer. My New Year's resolution is to turn conspiracy theories into fact. Take it from the CIA. Aliens are real. JFK was killed by more than one person, etc. Yeah, Rosenfield, come on. We know that, dude. I'm with you for sure. You can't deny that at some point we've had contact, or the government has actually had some kind of contact or has proof of it. You know, Area 51 is probably the best example. And maybe a lot of that information and a lot of that stuff has been moved, or who knows. The problem is they ate. The problem is they ATE taking it. The money that is. There is not going to put up with any real fight against it, because it's their own wallets that will suffer. Oh, art. Okay. The problem is they are taking it. Yeah, exactly. This is why I say. This is why I say. If Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and anybody else wants to jump on a podium or in some concert hall and say, we're going to change the Democratic Party, we're going to fix everything. Fuck you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen. These fucking legislators at the state and federal levels are so fucking corrupt. I'm going to say at least 90% of them, at the very least. And the rest are just jumping on the bandwagon because it's about the money. It's about the spiffs. It's about the elbow grease. It's about slipping dough. Oh, you want your son to go to Yale and graduate? I'll take care of that for you. You know, they build these people. It's who you talk to. What was that movie that I used to watch that was fucking awesome on HBO? It was Showtime. Billions. Who has ever watched Billions? Anybody? I'm saying it's a brilliant show because it shows how House of Cards was a great example. A little extreme at times, probably right, spot on. A lot of House of Cards came from from articles in newspapers, But the movie Billions depicted this guy who is a hedge fund company that just crushed it. ACH, right. And that was one post. Nah, don't go into the, not there. My typing is strong today. ACO, was one post I started and then corrected my typo with deleting the other part first. Okay. I've been there. When I'm typing stuff, it's tough. And what sucks though about chat Forsaken is it's not enough. It doesn't give you enough time. Doesn't give you enough characters to put on there. I think it's just 200, right? Anyway, they're just fucking terrible. So the Green Party wants to be transparent with everything. They want to bring the proposals to the people first and get votes on them from the people. This is what we want to do. Do you want to do it? And let them vote. Let the people vote on. That's the process. And they want to do it at ranked choice voting. That's what Stevie's talking about. She's talking about, because she's starting the Appalachian Alliance. Chad's going to be part of the Green Stampede, and some other groups out there that are just amazing. But they all align with the Green Party. They all align with they maybe have their own 10 key values, whatever they're doing. But they all know what we need. They all know exactly what we need. And I'll tell you what we need, because I've got it in my phone. Because sometimes I'll say it and I miss a few of them, but I had a crowding hate over this morning. So did somebody else. All right, here we go. Sorry, give me a second. Un momento, por favor. Here. All right, this is what we need, people. I'm going to lay it out for you. Okay? Universal health care for all with no copay. Full comprehensive universal health care with no copay. That's what we need. We need free college, at least community college. You need free daycare, free public schools, of course, and they need to be better funded. Instead of buying missiles and Stinger missiles and Patriot missiles, and to protect us from ourselves, because we've created and orchestrated so many fucking wars out there. Over the 240 plus years that we've been a nation, 220 of those years we've spent victimizing and killing and destroying 37 now 38 countries all over the world, killing over 20 million people and counting. I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. This is the song they teach you when you go to boot camp every Sunday. Boot camp every Sunday. Okay? That doesn't make any sense. Overturn Citizens United, for sure. And McCutcheon versus FEC. In the war on drugs, for sure. Okay? Rebuild our crumbling infrastructure. Absolutely. Raise taxes on the 1%. Bring it back to what it used to be. Stop. Or the inequality of it is another thing that I brought up in regards to how much the difference between the person in the trenches, getting the shopping carts outside compared to the person that's, running a regional area or a corporate area of the country for a store. And I understand that there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of things to do. But you couldn't share a little bit of that fucking money, Couldn't share a little bit. Stop endless military spending. Yes. Fuck the MIC. We're going to need, the military-industrial complex, and I know Jesse understands this, because he's been a Navy SEAL and I've been in the Navy. And I was going to make it to bud school, but I couldn't because my hearing was shitty. I was stamped. I passed the physical, but I couldn't get into the, because of my hearing. I have nerve deafness. It's like when other things are, like if I'm watching a football game and you're trying to talk to me, I don't know you're there. Just say it. If several things are going off, I'll pick one. That's kind of a selective hearing thing. Elderly child care. Elderly care, for sure. For sure. Yes, elderly care. Dental and mental care must be included in healthcare. Absolutely. I mean, I'm losing track here. You guys got me going all over the place. Okay, so expand Social Security for sure. Lower it for sure. And the revolving door plan of police brutality, of course. You know, LGBT rights and all. I mean, the list goes on of definitely what we need to do. I mean, the Green Party's right there. Sorry, they're doing. They want all of that and more. The Green New Deal is huge. They want to stop fossil fuel. They want to stop coal. They want to stop oil. They want to stop. Oh my God, I forgot. Like the worst, the pharmaceutical industry. If you've noticed in the past 10 years, and I know you guys have all noticed this. I know you've all noticed this. CVS, Walgreens, Drug Emporium. That just doesn't sound right. There's a facility or a chain of drugstores called Drug Emporium. Fucking drug. You know what? I want to go to Drug Emporium. You know, it's like, this is insane. This country's just gone just fucking off its rocker. Off its rocker. There's a fucking drugstore everywhere. You can't not run into a drugstore. They're like gas stations now. They got security people hanging out in front or inside, so people don't come in and like, give me all your opioids. Oh, fucking crazy. And I care. Yes, for sure. Full comprehensive universal health care is exactly what I'm talking about. And that includes eye, ear, nose, and all that stuff. Everything. Just fucking cover us. Keep us healthy. You know, and then we can do our jobs and work more and provide more and create more and bring more. Okay, so I do believe Jesse Ventura is going to do the right things. I think he's going to understand what it is I'm going to. And I think I missed something on one of my topics I was getting to, and hopefully it'll come back to me. If you guys want to text me, if you want to message me in regards to something I'm missing that I lost track of, please bring me back on track. But I'm just going to jump ahead here and just go to Jesse Ventura. We need this guy to come to the Green Party because the Green Party needs this guy. Period. I mean, how many times have you heard somebody speaking on MSNBC, on mainstream media, on Fox or whatever, and they're kind of saying what you kind of would want to hear, but they're not getting to it. They're missing the most vital parts of whatever narrative or talking point they're trying to get out. Whatever they're trying to convey, they're doing it. Most of these legislators, judiciaries, and executives out there now at the county, state, and federal levels, even city levels, are doing things to appease the 1%, to appease the people that pay to keep their campaigns alive. And it's not the citizen. They're not dependent on us anymore for their money. We pay their salaries, but they're getting money. If you could trace the dough and the spiffs, I mean, let's just say I was God, I would love to do that. I would love for my mom, who's a private investigator. Okay. She's been one since 1989. So I can find out a lot of things about a lot of things. Because I know some of the techniques and I know the sites that you can go to, Accurate and all those other places, just to find out basic information. But then you can also there's a way to get your background checks and stuff like that. Anyway, there's a lot of information out there that's already out there that you can get on anybody. There are stuff there. You pay like $10 and they'll tell you everything about somebody. I'm thinking about dating that girl in West Virginia, and I think I want to do some more research on her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full-blown asset, everything, background, skip tracing investigation to find out about this girl. And you can do that. What I'm getting to is this should happen to every legislature, judiciary, and executive. There should be an audit on all of them. They should fucking have drug tests. They should have random drug testing. That happens to employees. It happens to employees that work at the bus company for the city. That happens to employees that are out on the streets shoveling the concrete or the asphalt to fill your fucking potholes. They have random drug testing. You know who doesn't? The legislators, the judiciaries, and the executives. I'd say at least 90. I don't know what states do test these fuckers, but nobody does. These people need to know that we need to hold them all accountable. They need oversight from us. They need to be regulated by us, the people that fucking pay them. But the problem is we're not paying them anymore. What we pay them is dick. $174,000 a year for a House of Representatives position. That ain't dick. They're making a lot more money in other places. Swiss bank accounts, money moving around here, investments. Then they make laws and then they get with their fucking investment companies and they have people invest for them and store it away somewhere. It's fucking been happening for at least, I'm going to say over probably about 3 or 4 decades now. And it's gotten worse. And what I'm saying is if you investigated these people, drug tested these people, follow their fucking money like crazy to where exactly it goes all the fucking time, then you'd know what's really going on. But I already know. I'm telling you. That's where it's going. How does Nancy Pelosi have over $110 billion now? Because she created the Post-it? No, that's not how that happened. Where are all these fucking legislators, judiciaries, and executives making so much fucking money? Some yes, are don't want to go down that road, and I think that's very good. They're just doing it because they're told to. Some of them do it because they could be threatened. They could be manipulated. I'll tell you what, you do this and we won't, you won't have an accident with your family in the Keys this next vacation. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look at Seth Rich. That totally was a fucking job. It was they totally, that was the job. I've got a job for you. I need you to take these guys out. So I guess from what I knew from last I heard is that there were 2 individuals that definitely were capable of doing it and that are gone. Look, by the way, thanks for watching, you guys. Here's the biggest thing, and I gotta say this. This is important. We have nobody. There's nobody out there that's really fighting for us, that really understands what we need, everything I talked about, what's really going on. And it's the only person I can think of is Jesse Ventura. Lamont, whatever his name is. I'll get it. He would be great as a Green. That would be great. But I think you could stir up the pot a fucking lot more when you have a guy like Jesse Ventura, who's not just known in the United States for whatever fucking reason. I don't care at this point, but he's known throughout the country and the world, the continents. Everybody knows. You could go to Egypt and go, you ever heard of a guy named Jesse Ventura? Oh, Jesse Ventura, the wrestler, was the governor, right? You could go to Ireland, right? Have you ever heard of Jesse Ventura? Ah, Jesse Ventura. Yes, he's the wrestler, right? Did he ever wear a kilt, right? Or you could go to fucking like Yugoslavia, right? You ever heard of Jesse Ventura? Oh, that's absolutely, absolutely, for sure. The wrestler, that's kind of sounded Austrian, but anyway, or you can go to fucking the tip of Mexico, right? In Baja, where he hangs out. Because you heard of Jesse Ventura? Oh yeah, Jesse Ventura, he's really good, man. He's a good guy. He comes by all the time. Smokes a little weed every once in a while. Guy's a good surfer, dude, bro. Good surfer. What I'm getting to is, Jesse Ventura, we hope you're listening. We hope you're paying attention. I don't really see anybody else out there that could really do what I believe he can do. I mean, if you do the math, you guys, if you can, if you're a Jesse Ventura Green Party 2020 supporter, I highly recommend, and I would be tickled pink, and you should be too, to post on his Twitter. People want you. Green Party needs you. Just fucking say it. All he's got to say is, I'm going to run 2020 Green Party. And he can't start at the same time. Jesse, this is important. You cannot start when they start. They've already started. I can run this country better than Donald Trump. I know it. Snort could run this country better than Donald Trump. 70% of the fucking people on this godforsaken country could run this nation better than freaking Donald Trump. And the green fuckers out there think Jesse Ventura just isn't going to do enough. But he isn't perfect. Those are saboteurs. They're moles. They're either... I got to throw a little bone out to my buddy Eric Brooks, by the way. He put in Facebook recently that we should admit, the Green Party should admit that they are responsible for the fall of Hillary Clinton by us taking the votes. Now, this guy is with the Green Party. He's like a committee member, a fundraising member. And he's actually saying this shit. And a bunch of Greens attacked him and go, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Jill Stein votes had nothing to do with fucking Clinton. And he's telling everybody, yes, it did. Yes, it did. His colors have totally shown this fucking piece of shit. This guy is just, how is he even in this party? It's amazing. Because all he does is stifle it, ruins it. He's like the guy in the party that comes in and goes, everybody, just want to let you know, you can't touch, you can't use, you have to, you can't go into the hall, you can't go in the bathroom, you can't, I don't want any drinking, I don't want any smoking, no marijuana. I want to make sure, he's the guy in the fucking party that you just don't want at that fucking party. Anyway, what a fucking dick. Just, it's terrible. All right, for a second. A mushroom. Okay, what is it? No, okay, and okay. A mushroom could run the country. Exactly. So what the fuck is wrong with Jesse Ventura giving it to? He's a governor, man. He's had executive experience. He's been a mayor as well. I mean, he's a frogman, Navy SEAL. He's built he could beat the shit out of Donald Trump. He could probably kick everybody's ass in Congress, one at a time. Anybody, House or Senate, he could You know, not the girls, not the girls, but he himself, because of what he knows and how to take care of himself, martial arts and all these other things, and he works out. And he's in fantastic shape. He could run like fucking 50 miles if you wanted to tomorrow. You could just do it. And you don't want this guy to be your president. Served in the military. It's been around the media. He knows how to use celebrity status. He knows how to work the fucking system. He is not working with the system. That's why he's on RT. Because he's not working with the system. Do you get that part? Do you get that part? He's not working with the system. The people that aren't working with the two-party oligarchy, okay, are on RT. We should have our own RT. Jimmy Dore should be RT. But instead, he's kind of flopping over to TYT a lot. What is Let the Madness Begin? Those guys have fallen completely over to the Democrats. Dudes, you guys fucking were on it. Now you've just said, you know what? We're going to jump on that money wagon. Because somebody's going to pick us up soon. Somebody talk to it. I guarantee it. So I think Tim Black is the same way too. You know, there's opportunists out there. There's people that are subscribe to me, whatever you want to fucking do. I'm not here for super chat. I'm not here to sell fucking t-shirts. I'm not here to sell fucking coffee cups. I'm not. That's not why I'm here. I want my kids and your kids and children and theirs and so on and so forth to be able to swim and play in the same rivers and streams that now I can't go in anymore because they're fucking polluted. Because there's plastic and needle and junk. There's an island the size of fucking Texas full of plastic swirling around in the Pacific Ocean. There's a bunch of them all over the fucking place. A mushroom could run the country better than Donald Trump. Yeah, that's why I do this. I'm not doing this to fucking make a living. I know what I have to do to make a living. I gotta work. I gotta show up, you know, and make the shitty amount of money that most people are fucking making out there. That's not why I do this. I do this because my sons and my daughters, I care about them. I have a grandson too, by the way, which I didn't pick that name, but whatever. He's a cool kid. Wonderful. 2 years old. Another one coming. But I want him and I want others. It's my duty. It's what we're all supposed to do. Coffee First Harvest on sale next August to $29.99 per pound. Oh, lovely. All right, I don't know what that means. But basically what I'm truly saying, everyone, and the biggest reason why I do what I do, it's not to sell shirts and cups. Okay. I really want, here's the story. When I was about 10 years ago, a guy started this thing called Trash Inc. I forgot his name, Asian CNN 60 Minutes guy or something, did this documentary. And when I was a kid, I remember I was on the black sand beaches on the Kona side, swimming around. And this guy did this documentary. It was about 15 years later, 20 years later, of the same beaches that I used to go on. And he was showing the beach of where I used to, frolic around and stuff. And it was covered with an amazing amount of pollution, amazing amount of plastic wrappers, bags, bottles, cup hold, whatever, fucking everything. Dolls, toys, sand toys. It was just fucking everywhere for miles. And they have to clean this shit up now all the time because it's now coming to they have to clean it up all the time. That show brought a tear to my eye, like a serious tear, because I wanted to take my kids to that place one day and show them how beautiful that beach was. But a lot of beaches now are just filled with just tons of pollution. You know, we've got to do some serious things here. We've really got to do it. I mean, I've heard people say, "Fuck it, man, let it burn." No, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. I want the planet to be healed or get better, and I want all of the inhabitants, all the planet, to live better. I'm totally talking about humans, of course, but I'm talking about, you know, a tardy bear or a fucking amoeba, all the way up to a fucking blue whale. You know, that's what Montauk is about. It's about using your words to create positive change that helps everyone in a positive way and everything. You know what I was watching? I went and saw Aquaman, right? And there's this part in Aquaman that I was just like, I was thinking about Stevie when they said that. But it says something about a hero, a king takes care of his own people in his town or in his kingdom, right? But a hero takes care of everyone. Okay, and I think she's a hero. I think you guys are heroes. I think all of us can be a fucking hero if we get on and let Jesse know to fucking come and run. Jesse, you're that guy. You're that one guy that we need to get out there and talk about the issues. Talk about the things I brought up. You know, pound away at it and why it's happening and why it's corrupting and why minimum wage hasn't gone up since 2009. We've got all the information for you. We've got brilliant people here. Big San, what's up? Luckily, we cannot see radiation, so drink, bath, and bed. Go on, sir. Truth not great, but it's what we got, and it makes you a hero to tell. Yeah, heroes are the people that are honest. They're truthful. You know, like Stevie's grandma's ring that was stolen by that fucking dude, and if I see him, just to let you guys know, I don't know if anyway, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to call the police and have them come and apprehend him, and she's going to press charges. That's the best thing to do. But I will, if I need to, restrain him, citizen's arrest. I don't know, which he'll probably sue me. It's just, and it's not, you know, and I've told, I said, it's not their fault. There are people out homeless that are having problems. If you had full comprehensive universal health care with no copay and you had free college to community level, do you think this guy would be out on the streets? You know, if he could have like a free gym membership twice a week paid for, just so he could take care of her body and maybe have extracurricular activities instead of being charged at the fucking YMCA and all these other places. You know, they had places where you can just go play basketball indoors because of the snow. You know, and just take care of people and just have a good time and enjoy sports. You know what I'd rather be doing? You know what I'd like to be doing rather than, you know, when the missiles are flying and everything's fucking going to end, blah, 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 who knows, which I hope does not happen. And that's what I'm trying to stop. I'm just going to do a show about surfing and talking about some surfing things that I should do, some football stories. That's what I'm going to talk about. And then poof. But anyway, that's my goal. That should be all of our goal. I just think that Jesse's the guy. So Jesse, if you're listening, and this is part of the show, and then I got to go, guys, is I truly and absolutely want you to understand this very important thing. There's nobody else right now. You say live anywhere that I'm going to run Green Party 2020. That's all you got to do is say it. Just say it. It's going to get crazy in a very positive way, very quick. Yes, mainstream media, fucking people, Democrats, Republicans, they're going to come out you tooth and nail, but you're the one person that can handle it. Okay? We need a hero, Jesse. I know you're that guy. Okay? I'm just that little. I'm like what is that? Remember Mulan? The little dragon. I feel like I'm that little dragon. Come on, get yourself going. Get yourself going. Come on, Mulan. Right? I don't know if you guys seen the movie Mulan, but I think that I'm like the little dragon that's kind of pestering Jesse Ventura to go forward, right? Eddie Murphy played that character. It's fucking hilarious. I forgot his name, the character's name in the movie Mulan, the Disney movie. I feel like that guy. Come on, you get yourself going. Come on, go be a hero. So anyway, that's why I do it. It's not to sell shirts, not for super chat. Okay, Jimmy Dore. And all you guys out there, by the way, I'm very happy here. I think, I'm extremely, extremely fortunate. You guys have no idea. It's just wonderful. Oh, Aquam, I'm no leader. I came because I had no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love. Very good, human. Thank you. That's awesome. Snork, just a community shower would be nice. I remember when we were homeless, trying to find a place to live, where my wife was hospitalized. We parked at the library once a day so we could use the Wi-Fi. Hi, hey Stevie. Jesse is a great human. Let's have human in politics instead of animals. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll get the Zoom account going soon. I'm stoked that I'm able to do a live stream. Jesse, bro, come on. And I'm going to pick up the room right after I'm done. I promise. And thank you guys for coming on. And please, if you can, send stuff to Jesse. Just get him to run. Imagine the things he'll bring out. Okay? So what if they call him crazy? But he'll bring attention to the Green Party. He'll make people think. What did Bernie do? He talked about Bernie jumped on what Occupy was trying to get out. That's what Bernie did. He picked up on Occupy stuff and jumped out with it. Plus, he was already halfway there. Now, the next step forward, the next step up, Jesse Ventura, Green Party. Just saying. Come on, Mulan. Take care, you guys. Aloha. Aloha. Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Mana Talk. Bye, guys. Love you all.